So let's talk the Magearna and Volcanion movie and talk about the scenes that are likely not going to happen or not going to show up in the final product.
Pokemon! 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 Pokemon!
Hello everyone, I'm Dustin Benzel and welcome to another XY&Z anime discussion, and today we're of course going to talk about the trailer for the Magearna and Volcanion movie. It's just going to be some speculation, some discussion of the trailer scenes that we get, how I feel about the movie and stuff of that nature, because there's really not a lot to discuss or whatever. So anyway, let's jump right into this particular trailer that I've seen a couple of times. So what I'm going to do is play the trailer for myself, and then I'm going to talk about what I see and pause if necessary. So this isn't a follow-along commentary or anything like that. I'm just doing the full trailer as a guide here. So let's just jump right into this. Okay, so we got, of course, the inventor of Magearna here. He's drawing images of how he wants to draw Magearna and stuff or whatever. And the weird thing is, somebody in the forums actually mentioned something about Magearna acting because of its programming. And I'm thinking, a couple of hundred years ago, I think, is when Magearna was created or whatever. There will be a text correction of, or precisely of how long ago Magearna was created. And the interesting thing is, ancient Pokemon didn't seem to be quite as evolved as the Pokemon world is right now, and I don't know if it's comparable to our world, so it's kind of hard to imagine that Magearna has programming outside, that would actually allow it to be forced to do whatever it would, whatever some evil villain would have it do, because I don't think it has any computer aspects. I think it's just a machine, basically, that's run on the soul heart, which powers up Magearna and stuff or whatever. So, okay, so we just move on and we see more aspects of Magearna and stuff. And then, of course, we see the image of where the soul heart is, and I think we actually kind of get to see it a little bit, maybe. Nope, okay, never mind. Okay, so then Ash and company arrive in this, like, it looks very steampunk because there's steam coming out of everywhere. So it's like a steampunk area. And then, of course, Volcanion lands somewhere. Okay, so yeah, in the wilderness or open area or whatever. Then, of course, a ring gets attached to Volcanion and Ash goes for a little ride, and we get to see Ash going all over. And then, of course, we see Volcanion getting angry at Ash, discussing about how Pokemon were injured by humans and stuff like that. But so of course we see like Watchog and Esper, Litleo, Quilladin, Minchino, Munchlax, Fletchling, and we see this evil jerk. And he likes riding a tractor, and he's like trying to run over these Pokemon. And you know, this kind of annoys me because, as I said before in my previous video and discussion with this in regards to how Volcanion feels about humans and stuff, which I think is before Magearna was revealed. I think we got a summary a little bit of how Volcanion feels about humans, and I still don't understand why Volcanion is generalizing humans like this, and that they're all evil rather than just the ones that are evil and have shown evil. I mean, you don't have to trust humans, but you don't necessarily have to want to kill them or anything like that. So anyway, moving on, and we see Volcanion surrounded by fire and glowing eyes, and then of course we see Ash's Pokemon. We see Noivern, Talonflame, Greninja, Hawlucha, and Pikachu. And then, of course, we see this ship thing. I don't know if I think it's an airship. Let me rewind a little bit here. Yeah, I think it's in the sky. So we have this giant airship of some sort. And then we see Jarvis, of course, who's holding a thing. And then, of course, we'll talk about this because I think it was mentioned, although I don't really know the summary. But apparently, he uses this type of special energy that forces Pokemon to Mega Evolve. So we, of course, we see Mega Alakazam, Mega Galele, and then we, of course, got Team Rocket smacking Magearna. And then Volcanion using like steam to fly through the air. We see Greninja on top of Noivern with Hawlucha. Looks really cool, and it's Ash Greninja as well. They, of course, dodge a Mega Salamence. And then, of course, we see Pikachu, Chespin on Talonflame battling against a Mega Steelix, although Pikachu is way out of its element for that Pokemon. And then, of course, we see Jarvis laughing ridiculously, and we see Volcanion smashing and using Steam Eruption. Then we see Magearna's eyes glowing, and then we see the walls opening or growing, or whatever the case is. And we see Magearna, and I think that was the Soul Heart, and that was pretty much it. So, yeah, this movie is going to be about gears and steam and machinery and stuff of that nature because of Magearna and stuff. And so, yeah, it looks really cool. If the basic concept, even though maybe the scenes that we don't see in the trailer are actually going to be in the final product, even if it is just about Mega Evolutions battling against Ash's Pokemon, and we get to see all sorts of crazy things, we get to see all kinds of really nice moves. We get to hopefully learn a lot more about the Pokemon at that particular point. Maybe someone learned a new move or something or whatever. I don't know what it would be. So I'm hoping that this will be very battle heavy focus, and it appears to be. And I actually enjoy that. It's kind of like the Hoopa movie where it was very legendary battle heavy or whatever, and it was cool to see Ash commanding legendaries and stuff or whatever. But it's really nice that they're actually using Ash's Pokemon for this. So of course we get to see all these cool battles, hopefully, and it'll be really nice if this actually even has a chance of happening. And I feel like it does because everything the trailer portrays has been in all the summaries, basically. Ash being attached to a strange device, Jarvis using this type of technology to force Pokemon to Mega Evolve, which is why you'll see where you have already have seen the image of this particular type of Mega Evolution and how it looks drastically different than regular Mega Evolutions because it's like pinkish purple or whatever. And then, of course, the whole concept revolves around Magearna and Volcanion, and it's kind of just shoved in there simply because it knows what's going on. Although, given that Volcanion is the steam Pokemon or whatever, it would kind of make sense to link it to some sort of steampunk type city and stuff or whatever. So it makes sense that Volcanion is there in the city or whatever. But I don't know about in relation to Magearna. Maybe they'll make it so Volcanion knows about Magearna's creation or something like that. Was there back then about Magearna and stuff, or whatever the circumstance was. So, at least in the anime, or at least in the movie anime, they'll probably explain why Volcanion is connected and stuff. So, yeah, it's very looks like a very nice episode, and like I said, it's really nice that we actually get to see Ash's Pokemon doing things, because one of the things that I criticize about the movies, and it's like too much, a lot of it is too much like those anime episodes that I don't like. I don't like it when it's just Pikachu doing everything. There have been quite a few exceptions and stuff or whatever, but only in rare cases. Like I think the Zoro arc movie, Ash used Infernape barely, but then never used it again or whatever. I don't know if he even did anything. I don't even know if he had like Gible at that point or not or something. So yeah, it's very disappointing that a lot of these Pokemon just get ignored for the most part, and how it's just like a Pikachu fest movie, and I don't like that. So with Tomioka as the movie writer, I'm really hoping that he is making it so that Ash's Pokemon get used, Noivern using attacks, Greninja being used attacks. I mean, Ash Greninja I think is on the poster anyway for the most part, and was always on the poster if I'm not mistaken. So Ash Greninja will at least be doing some things, but hopefully that's everyone else is doing things, because like I said, I really don't like it when Pokemon they have Pokemon that can be used for these situations, but they don't. I remember the Arceus movie, where Ash only used Monferno, at least I'm pretty sure, just to show off Pokemon to, is it Deimos or something, way back when they traveled back in time. It's like, really? You couldn't have used Monferno to, I don't know, do something else? So I'm hoping that since Ash has pretty much a fully evolved team and a strong looking team, that hopefully they'll get used to battle more, even in the movie and stuff or whatever. So basically, a rundown of what I think the movie is going to be about. It's gonna show a little bit of Magearna being created, even, and that's probably going to be like the first few minutes of the movie is probably going to be about Magearna's creation, and then it's just going to fast forward in the future where Jarvis is trying to capture Magearna or something, and then Volcanion gets involved or something like that, and then of course, that would be in the airship. I think that one scene where we see Volcanion flying with steam might be in the beginning of the movie, and I think Volcanion is just gonna get fallen out of the airship after failing to rescue Magearna or something like that, and that's when it gets involved with the Action Company. So I guess we'll just have to see if that'll actually be the case. So what I'm expecting, of course, is Ash to get heavily involved in this Jarvis plot, or whatever, knowing about Magearna, knowing about the origins of Magearna, how it's man-made. Jarvis makes the excuse that since it's not a real Pokemon, it doesn't really matter, but the soul heart is like the heart of a Pokemon, basically. It's like a magical energy that actually gives life to Magearna, so it actually is its own Pokemon or something like that. And Ash will, of course, have already seen that as a possibility and will try to protect Magearna and team up with Volcanion, who, of course, is has animosity towards humans at first, but realizes that not all humans are bad and some are actually okay beings to be around with. So, of course, then we're going to get into that mega evolution thing where Jarvis is going to have all these mega evolutions, and then of course we're going to get all this mega evolution battles. And then of course there's those other female characters. I believe there's a older sister who looks like all princessy, and I think it was the first one we saw that I think has Mega Gardevoir possibly. And there's going to be like a younger squatter. I think she is squatter than the older sister, and she has like a Slurpuff or whatever, and she likes robotics and machinery and stuff like that. So hopefully Clement will get a couple of touching scenes with this particular character. I think her name is Raquel or something like that. I'm not really sure. So yeah, I feel like it's just gonna be everyone versus Jarvis basically, and then of course Magearna is probably going to become fully self-aware at some point. Maybe the soul heart will be slightly damaged or something like that, or maybe like glitched or something like that, and then it'll become fully self-aware, and then Magearna will turn on Jarvis. Jarvis will blast off again, like Team Rocket, I guess. And then it'll basically be the end of the episode, or not episode, the end of the movie. Everyone's happy or whatever. But even if that's really what's going to happen, although I can't say for certain, it'll be very interesting and it'll be a really nice watch. And I'm definitely looking forward to this more so than any of the other movies. My hype for movies was killed with the Genesect movie, I believe, with the whole creating a brand new Mewtwo and stuff just so it could like mega evolve and stuff. So just my thoughts or whatever. I haven't been really all that excited about movies. The Diancie movie was okay. Um, the Hoopa movie was definitely okay. So it just seems like, at least in regards to the Magearna movie and Volcanion movie, that it looks really nice. And I'm actually hoping that they also include a minor seventh generation Pokemon. Who knows? Maybe it'll be that bird or something like that. Maybe we'll like see an image of it or something like that. Just casually, maybe not even Ash and company seeing it, but hopefully they'll add another seventh generation Pokemon by the movie, since I'm sure by then we'll probably know quite a bit, and maybe even some will actually appear in the main anime series. So who knows? Maybe they can do something like that. Maybe include a random seventh generation Pokemon, and of course, Ash gets excited or whatever, and that Pokemon can show up in the movie as well that Ash recognizes or something like that. It'd be definitely interesting. So maybe we could get like a Munchlax in the Rayquaza movie, which was like the seventh movie, I believe, or something like that. So yeah, I don't know if there's really anything else to discuss. Hopefully Serena and Clement are battling as well, or at the very least trying to protect Bonnie, but I'm sure they're with the two female characters of the day, or movies characters. And so yeah, hopefully Ash is like the main person battling against all these megas and stuff, as well as the Mega Gardevoir for that one girl whose name will be your like text. So yeah, I can't wait. So I can't wait to see what the actual movie is going to be like. If none of these scenes are even going to be adapted in the final product, it'll definitely be interesting to see what they actually do with the movie when it comes at the end. So I think that's pretty much all I have to say in this particular video. So yeah, that's all I have to say. So thank you for watching. I'm Dustin Benzel, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.